Howdy guys, I'm back with more Path of Exile, the Fall of Oriath. Last time I finished up Act 10 by defeating Kitava, who was surprisingly easy. So now I'm at the Epilogue and I need to collect the dialogue and see how all of this wraps up, and then I don't know what to do after that. I guess since Zana is here, it must be time for mapping, so let's see how this all ends. Alright, let's start with Lani here. By the light of Ramako, you did it. You, a mortal, have crossed the threshold between God and man and struck the ravenous one asunder. I'd always held out hope that you would succeed, but at night I would stay awake worrying that perhaps that hope was a foolish dream. But you've done it. You are no longer in exile, my friend. I honor you, and I'm certain the rest of the world will honor you as well. Please, I was saving this for something special. It's not much, but it's yours. Aw, Lani, you shouldn't have. Oh, passive skill points? That is the sweetest gift. Thank you, Lani. Thank you for everything. And, well, you know, joking aside, though, it is pretty cool that to, you know, end all of this, I'm no longer in exile. That's really cool, huh? I mean, I have returned to Oriath. A new dawn rises on ruined stone. Hand in hand, those that remain toil for a better world. I made this place a better place. I am not exiled anymore. So I have walked the path of exile, and I am no longer in exile. It sounded so dorky, didn't it? Alright, that's really cool, though. No longer in exile. I like it. Alright, how about the... Oops, I should turn this back on. How about the Roths over here?
I suspect you're about ready for a flagon of ale. And a pretty wench or swain, whatever it be that's your persuasion. The great exile of Oriath returns to a Theopolis in chaos and ends the life of a raving cannibal god. Now that's a story worth the songs of many an ancient muse. Well, alls I can rightly say is congratulations, my friend. A year ago, I wouldn't have dreamt I'd be someday soon in the company of a killer of gods. My advice, you better get while the getting's good and have yourself a holiday before Oriath or Rayclast or whoever else has need for your unique services once more.
Oh, jeez. So the journey's not over yet, and especially if there's an expansion coming out in December. Of course, I'm not really sure if that's going to expand on the storyline. I don't imagine that it is. Alright, Whalem.
See, that bloody sod is gone from our world. Can't tell you how many times I've heard them Karui savages gibbering in fear over that cannibal god. And of course there's this horror to account for as well. I don't think there's a man, woman, or child in the world that won't be praising your name tonight over a glass of their finest grog. Speaking of which, where's a man to go to find a little fire water around these parts?
My gosh, you're so needy. You need alcohol, you need women, blah, blah, blah. Alright, these two are hanging out. Innocence didn't betray us, didn't die. They're managing to stand next to each other without one killing the other, so things must be working out between these two now.
Innocence. You see now, don't you?
Little brother, please forgive me. It's as if I have been dreaming the most horrid nightmare. And now, at last, the haze of sleep lifts from my eyes. My vision is clear. Oh, by the gods, forgive me.
It is as true now as it was when we began. You and I are of the same flesh, cleaved from the same womb. You ask for my forgiveness. I give it to you freely.
But the things I've done, the countless millions I've murdered.
There will be time for all of that later. But for now, your people need you. Oriath needs you.
No, I cannot remain here amongst these ruins, amongst the corpses of my own making. These people, they need you, brother, and your hero. Not me.
Then what? Where will you go? What will you do?
Isolation. I shall go south. As far south as one can travel in such a fleshly form. There are things I must think on. A redemption I need plan. If my conscience decides I am worthy of such a gift.
You would seek forgiveness in the ice at the bottom of the world.
I would. Should you let me?
Go. Seek out that which you need. Find who you are. Make pilgrimage. Journey on your path, brother. Only return to us one day.
Thank you, brother.
Wait a minute. That's some BS right there. He's gonna go exile himself and go far to the south to think about how he's gonna redeem himself. Start today. Pick up a hammer and help rebuild some of this stuff you helped to destroy, man. Come on, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, innocence. Oh, exile, yeah.
You have heard my admission of guilt and my plea for forgiveness. If I sense in the glowing embers of your eyes that you will be glad to be rid of me, I don't blame you, mortal. Nor do I begrudge you for your continual anger. The sins I've committed, although bad enough, are made worse by the lens of pride I once viewed this world through. I agree with your judgment. And though I wish never to return from my banishment, I have made a promise to sin that I shall one day rejoin this world. But until that day, I will remain in the furthest south, in a place of ice and ash, of blistering seas and abysmal storms. I shall meditate on my wrongdoings, until a way of making amends to the millions of lives I have murdered and ruined reveals itself to me.
So basically you're gonna sit there and sulk until an idea comes to you. You said it in fancy words, but you basically just said, I'm gonna go over here and pout till I can figure out what to do. It's like, man, there's so much you could be doing right now, but whatever, I've heard enough from this guy. Alright, good old Zana, must be time for mapping.
Before Kitava tore this city apart, the Templar kept many artifacts hidden deep beneath the city streets. The only surviving remnants of the Templar theocracy are what they hoped to hide forever. I think it's time to pull back the veil. There's an entrance to the Templar laboratory not far from here. My father used to sneak me inside as a child. He never could stand the long work days apart. Come, there's something I think you need to see.
Oh boy, this seems pretty tacked on here. Alright, let's see if this is any new dialogue. The Templar Laboratory.
Before Kitava tore this city apart...
Okay, no, but it's just the same thing. Alright, so I guess it's map time. I don't know if I should bring a couple with me or not. I've got an arcade and a crystal ore, and I'll take a jungle valley as well. And let's go ahead and upgrade that. Awesome. Oh, okay, I guess I need to... Oops, accident. I guess I need to walk over there. Oh, looks like they got all of the Exy faces off all the paintings of the gods and stuff here. Yeah, look, back to the fancy dresses and hairstyles. I don't know how well you can hold a hammer and all of that, but whatever floats your boat, ladies. Alright, so looks like I need to mosey off this way. I guess so. Alright, the Templar Laboratory. Neat little loading screen there. Find Zana here. So there's the waypoint. That's all that there is in the epilogue here. And oops. Alright, let's see. Can I click on the stairs? No. Alright, Atlas table and Zana.
My name's Zana. But I already know who you are. I also know what you did, Exile. If it weren't for you, none of us would be standing here. There mightn't have been a here to even stand on. This map device is a miracle of both engineering and thaumaturgy. It's truly astounding. Given the right coordinates from a map, this device can take you to places that, well, honestly, I think it's easier for you to see for yourself just what it's capable of. What lies beyond is dangerous, but so are you. Yet even the God Slayer may not be dangerous enough. Take a map and use it in this device. I'll wait for you on the other side.
Oh boy. Oh, she even gives you one. Ooh, okay, so I already have a Jungle Valley, an Arcade, and a Crystal Ore, so I need the Desert, which... Ooh, I think it's a Zana's one, too. Oh, okay, so she's got a little bit of dialogue here. I am going to go ahead and have a listen to the newer ones. I won't go through all the different masters, though, so let's see. Exile.
I, like you, was exiled to Rayclast. I saw the fleets of Oriathan ships dashed on the rocks after Kitava's rise. Who would have thought that Rayclast was safer than home? I returned to Oriath not long after hearing of Kitava's demise. There's no one left to tell us we can't live here, and the knowledge that I was exiled for possessing could be put to good use in the cleanup and the rebuilding effort. I guess I'm not really one to hold a grudge.
I guess not. She's a better person than I am. Well, I guess not. I'd be willing to rebuild since I'm no longer exiled, since there's no one left, right? Alright, Kitava.
Good riddance. In all honesty, I thought the gods were just fairy tales the Templars would tell children to keep them in line. I'd have much preferred that. No one is happy about what occurred here. But if a silver lining can be found, we all have the opportunity to start again. All our past deeds, good or bad, now lie beneath the rubble.
I really hope it's that simple. Alright, Oriath.
Good quality stone is scarce on this island. It's plentiful on Rayclast, but shipping it back is slow, and those ships are put to better use bringing back survivors. I know of a way that we might be able to source vast quantities of not just stone, but any resource you could possibly imagine. I just need to make sure it's safe.
So going into maps to return supplies, but maps are filled with monsters, right? Am I in the ballpark there? Alright, so I won't go through all this. I imagine it's kind of the same as before, and I don't have any Orbs of Chance with me to buy any of those. I guess these are pretty short. I can go ahead and listen to them, why not?
I know out here a quick kill solves a lot of problems, but Varici's eagerness is unsettling. Plus he looks at me like I'm another one of his marks.
I think he does that to everybody.
When I utilize my map device, I usually have a pretty good idea of what's on the other side, but I will never know any place the way Tora knows Rayclast.
Yeah, well, she lives and breathes on just the land, right?
What can I say? I admire Katarina's resourcefulness. I think it's all a bit unnecessary, and how she can bear the smell is beyond me, but I admire it all the same.
See, Zana's the kind of person that doesn't want to offend anybody. She's always got something okay. She doesn't have anything outright negative to say.
He's handsome, charming, and a good dancer, and he knows it. Vegan is a piece of work, all right.
Zana and Vegan, I'd ship that.
What Elrion says and what I've seen, well, they just don't add up, do they? Don't bother trying to convince him, though. Debating with him is about as pleasant as a stroll through Sans sewers.
Yeah, and he seems about pretty aggressive about his beliefs, so yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. Haku once asked me if I could make the map device's portals wide enough for an army to march through. That's not a road I want to go down.
Hey, I don't think it...
Stay inquisitive.
Don't think it will be at this point, so... Oh, okay, this just shows me the atlas there. That's pretty cool. Alright, the map device. Alright, I guess I could have... Now, I think I had to go talk to Zana. I don't think I could have just used the one in my hideout. Alright, first map. Ooh, I got an achievement like as soon as I touched it, too. One small step.
Still sane. Look around you, Exile. This isn't Oriath, or even Rayclast. I don't even think it's our world. It's somewhere else entirely, and I need your help. There's something out here, in the maps, something that's shaping things. I can't quite describe it, but the very fabric of reality ripples with its presence. I know, it almost looks familiar, but the creatures here, they behave differently. More aggressive, more dangerous. And if we can travel into and out of here, it's only a matter of time until they do the same. I need to find the source of these harmful manifestations before they spill into Rayclast. And I need your help to do it. There's a powerful presence somewhere nearby. Kill it before it grows any stronger. Then meet me back at our world. We have much to discuss.
Alright, so, okay, so she's gonna bounce out. Monsters here are level 68. I was going to say, I'm wondering if they made the earlier maps a little bit more...
I do love the stink of victory.
A little bit more difficult or not, so... Alright, I guess I've made it to mapping, which of course is my personal favorite thing to do in the game. I think that probably goes for just about everyone. We've got our electronic version of like slot machines at this point, but you know, it's all in very good fun. I'm not really sure if there's really been a lot of changes to the maps. Obviously the point at which you can do them seems, I feel like it's quite a bit later, and I don't know if it's just, it feels later because of how I played through the game with, you know, getting all the dialogue and everything. I mean, maybe going through 10 acts when you know what you're doing is a lot quicker than going through, you know, the original 4 acts 3 times, which the thing is, I never even thought about this until one of you guys told me, but you don't really, like before, you didn't really need to go through all of Merciless Act 4, just, I didn't even, it never even dawned on me, but until one of you guys told me that a lot of people don't even defeat, defeat Merciless Malachite. It's like, oh, that's a good idea. Why bother going through all that death and fighting when you don't really get much in terms of a reward? But now you have to complete everything in order to access the maps. You can't just like stop partway through Merciless Act 4 and go about your merry little way, right? Which, for better or for worse, I guess it's a good thing. I don't really... Oh gosh, I don't need to be standing in this. I think it's probably a pretty good thing. I don't really know, though. I really want to be able to kill this guy before he annihilates me, though.
Beyond the golden gears, the edges of reality crack, and something hidden from sight spills through.
Indeed it did. Almost killed me. I gotta say, I was expecting the Kitava fight to be quite a bit more challenging. Now, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it's because, I feel like part of it is I am over-leveled, but, you know, I still haven't done Merciless Labyrinth. I was just honestly too eager to get into maps. I know the Labyrinth is a lot more fun now, and I know I need to do it. I just wanted to do this. I can't help it. I'll be doing the Merciless Labyrinth probably after this video, so... yeah, I'll get it done soon enough. I'm just having fun looking at the, what do you call it, the epilogue here or whatever. Gosh, this thing's annoying there. And now, of course, doing the best thing, which is run around collecting awesome treasure and maps. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I finally got to this, though. Even though you have to go through the entire, you know, you can't just stop partway through the game, but, you know, it's all good, it's all good. I don't know how repetitive, like, the new act system is going to be for people that make multiple characters. You know, I don't play as much as I would like we're in, what, week 6 now of Oriath? I'm trying to keep it straight, but I don't know anymore, so, you know, Oriath came out a good... What the heck's going on with those tents are glitching out. What the heck? There were tents there. Now there's... There's the shadow, and I can't walk through here. Am I crazy, or is that glitch? I think a little bit of both, but yeah, I don't know how repetitive all the new Oriath stuff is for people that make multiple characters, because, you know, I just kind of have been sticking with this guy. I made a witch I've been wanting to play more of, but man, it's just really hard for me to play as much Path of Exile as I'd like to, since I got so much other stuff going on, you know, game-wise and real-life-wise. I'd really love to be able to... Whoa, bonus objective. There's bonus? Okay, I guess it just tells you now, like when you... Hold on a second, let me get this damn thing. So, okay, so I don't know what button to look at map anymore. Oh, geez. I don't know my buttons. Help! Okay. Alright, so I'll have to figure that out later because I don't know if there's probably a button to access the atlas now and I'm just stupid. But, I guess it just tells you when you've defeated the bonus objective for a map, so you don't have to keep thinking to yourself, did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? So that's pretty cool since, you know, I guess there's no real reason to go for the bonus more than once, but, I mean, unless you want the treasure, which more than 50 monsters remain, I am going to go ahead and keep running around in here. Might as well, I mean... I want the loot, I want the experience, I want the maps that they drop. I mean, might as well, right? That's what it's all about, is killing stuff and getting the treasure at this point. No more story or anything at this point, just, well, I mean, I guess there's still, like, the Shaper story, but I'm just talking about for, like, Oriath and everything like that. And I'm not even really sure, like, I don't know, I'm not really sure how difficult the maps are now in comparison to the rest of the game. Some of you guys were speculating that the next expansion that's going to be coming out in December will have some upgrades to the Atlas, so not really fully sure what all the issues with the Atlas are at the moment, because the highest tier I think I've gotten to is like tier 11, 12 or so. I don't quite remember how far I got on my witch during the Legacy League. How far I got was, you know, I got there, was definitely a struggle though, because I had such an insane build, so I would very much like to see how far I can get now that I've got an actual reasonable build, and I feel like my struggle is going to be with bosses though, but I don't know. Alright, well, I've more or less been through this whole area. It still says I'm missing 20 mobs, but they're going to be, like, over there, so... Let's go ahead and, where the hell is Zana supposed to... Oh, she's over here now. Okay, yeah, she's over here. So, this table, yeah, shows me my little bonus. Kill the dude. Alright, I did. Alright, Zana.
There's something I need to show you. I have spent some time out exploring the maps, and despite their apparent randomness, there are threads that connect them. Threads we should follow. Whatever you did out there has rippled inwards, making the connections clearer. The more we understand these connections, the more each of these maps can offer us, and the closer we'll be to finding out what is twisting them. This is the Atlas of Worlds, and we can use it to track these connections. We can use it to chart a path.
Awesome. So the path is toward the middle, and I've never been here. I don't know if I'm gonna get to there on this character. I really want to. I'm about to go on another darned camping wedding trip. I'm going to another wedding soon. I have to go camping for this one, so losing more days to play, of course. So I really want to see this, though. I really do. Alright, let's keep talking.
I've picked up on a series of extremely strange disturbances out there. I've never seen anything like this before. We need to find out what's going on, but I'm struggling to pinpoint the source. It's as if someone or something is intentionally obscuring these events. When you can, I need you to venture out and see what you can find. Keep an eye out for anything unusual. Obviously, everything out there is unusual to some extent, but the kinds of disturbances I'm talking about will be impossible to miss.
Okay.
I understand you've created a little hideout for yourself. If you have the room, cohabitation could allow us to strengthen our alliance. What do you think?
I think yes. Oh, dang it, I thought I had left enough room for her to come to my hideout, because it can be kind of a pain in the butt without a, without a stash tab out here to cart my loot back and forth, right? Or not a stash tab, a stash box. Dang it, I'm pretty close to, ooh, dang. That's almost nice. I mean, dang it, I wish it didn't have that. Man, I wish it didn't have that lightning damage on it, and it was just, like, more physical damage. That, like, that attack speed on it, I would really like to use that, but the damage on it is just too bad, man. What about a sword? Please don't be good. Okay, thankfully it's not good. Well, not good for me anyway. Ooh, I don't know. 2+2 to level of socketed melee gems. Attack speed, bleed duration. Oh, that attack damage leached is mana. It's just I'm using, what is it, the brutality support. Supported skills deal no elemental damage. I wouldn't get a whole lot of fun out of that. Man. Alright, let's see. 3% to all elemental resistances. And I'm not even going to ID that. That's not worth it. Alright, so I don't know if I should dismiss someone.
Good luck with your maps.
Because it's kind of like such a pain in the butt to go, like... do I make a portal from here? Oh my gosh, I totally do. This is the laziest thing I've ever done. Like, the stairs are, like, right there. Yeah, I guess you can kind of, like, go back and forth here, like what I just did, to make it a little bit easier until you can invite Zana to your hideout, but it's overall just a lot easier to just bring her to the hideout, isn't it? Okay, so let me unload these goodies here, and... Man, I can't believe I'm finally doing maps. I know it's like not that exciting. I'm just happy to finally be doing it. Alright, so I think let's do the arcade map because that one's pretty short and sweet. So I'll do one more map. It usually takes quite a few maps until you find the disturbance. I've gone several maps before finding it, and...
How are your maps?
Still really tempted to maybe dismiss someone so that I can bring her to my hideout. I don't think I have...
May your maps be merciful.
Yeah, I don't think I have anyone that's like, I just leveled up because I don't want their reputation to reset. So I'm going to do an unID'd arcade map. I know that for me, doing things unID'd can be a bit risky because if I get, I think especially like the reflect physical damage mod, I'm going to get super mega boned.
We create so that some part of us may remain after death.
Alright, so I probably won't do this like unID'd thing. Like, I don't need, like, you know, the thing is I love maps, but I still don't really know, like, a lot about them. You know, I see people talking about them, you know, I turn on general chat or read the forums, and, you know, people talk about all the items that they use and these things that they do to their maps to make them, like, really crazy. Some people have talked about, like, putting a bunch of stuff on their maps, and it ends up, like, lagging them out or something, or freezing up the game and they lose the map because they get disconnected. I don't know anything about making the maps super crazy. Ooh, that almost seems pretty good for me, doesn't it? 14% increased armor, 2 life gain for each enemy hit by your attacks. That seems pretty good if I'm not really having survivability issues. Alright, my good friend the Breach. I haven't done a Breach in
I can't do this just yet.
In a really long time, and I forgot how fun these are. I love Breaches. These were great when I was doing my blocking gladiator, because I always struggled with them, and you know, I went into these breaches and just never died, and I'm doing some of that right now where I get to keep the breach open for a really long time because I'm killing stuff. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is what makes mapping fun, just whirlwinding through tons and tons of creatures. Oh no, it's closing! But that puts a smile on my face. I still love the breaches after all of this. Miss Legacy League, League stones because of the breaches. Breaches are fun. I love them. Alright, I think I accidentally... No, I thought I picked something up by accident. Alright, so... The hardest part of breaches is, of course, picking up the treasure afterward. No doubt, right? Of course, I don't think I need to pick up every single, like, portal scroll. I'm pretty bad about picking up a lot of nonsense, but yeah, it's not like there is anything particularly amazing. Thank goodness for loot filters, because can you imagine trying to pick through all of this? I remember after I think my very first Path of Exile video, one of the first people that watched told me, you're going to want a loot filter. And yeah, this game without a loot filter, like, you know, it's one thing to play without a loot filter and, you know, the first few levels, but when you get into mapping and you don't have a loot filter, you're gonna have a bad time, man. I mean, even little groups like that, there's just so much stuff all over the place that's being dropped, and it's like, I'm sure some of these people that have, like, all the crazy mods and get a bunch of loot, it's like, there's a bunch of, like, blue and yellow items that are just like hard to pick through, and that's what I mean when it comes to mapping. You know, I haven't done this to any super high levels, so there's so many aspects of it I don't understand as far as putting mods on it and, you know, really maximizing dying, oh my gosh, and really maximizing how much treasure you can get. Like, I can't imagine having to set my loot filter even stricter to, you know, filter out the blue and yellow items, which, heck, maybe that's what I need to do because there's a lot of stuff I don't pick up, but I don't know, I get a lot of surprising upgrades from places, so I don't want to, you know, immediately go and turn my loot filter off or tighten the settings on it, because, I don't know, like I said, there's just like a lot of stuff I like to pick up. Like, this stuff right there I know I'm probably not going to bother picking up, but, ooh, sweet, here we go. Boy, I'm worried about getting higher tiered maps too, since I'm finally getting to mapping this late in the league season, whatever, because this is what kind of happened to me with my first character. It took me so long to get to mapping that by the time I was wanting to do higher tiered maps, there was like no one left playing, so I had a hard time trading for more maps. And of course I still can't trade because I am doing solo self-found, and you know, I didn't plan on staying solo self-found, but I'm kind of feeling like at this point, since it's taken me so long to get to mapping, that I might as well. It's like the very end of the, you know, well, I don't actually know how close to the end it is, but, you know, we're 6 weeks in. I know a lot of people are, like, getting burned out and are done playing, or have gotten as far as they care to get, or have gotten as geared up as they care to get, and, ooh, there's a unique. Been getting very few uniques in solo self-found. I feel like I don't get as much treasure in solo self-found. I think I've got to do regular league and just play it like solo self-found to get all the treasure. Alright, yeah, looks like the Harbingers are dropping a lot more shards, so the Harbingers definitely serve a bigger role in the maps than they do outside of them. Alright, well, I'm always eager to check out new unique items, so let's see. Bloodplay, the stiletto. This requires level 15 extra gore. Alright, so that's just like a little fun, low-level dagger. I feel like I need to play like a shadow or something that would utilize like dual wield or daggers or whatever, because I feel like I always see a bunch of them. I don't know, something about the shadow, like the whole, like that part of the tree doesn't seem particularly exciting to me. Maybe that's a good reason to go to make one so that I can understand it better. Of course, I think it's also too early to be thinking about next characters, so I'll worry about that when we're closer to... I don't know if... I'm not sure what's going to happen. Is the League going to end like before the expansion, or will it end with the next expansion? That's what I'm kind of curious about. You know, I feel like they made this area like a lot bigger. I thought that this was kind of straightforward, and alright, here we go. This is what I missed. Alright, no, okay, it is straightforward. I just like walked right past I think this is the boss here, and I just happened to like walk right past him because reasons, whatever. Alright, bonus objective for the arcade map is complete, and I did not find any disturbances.
I believe in traveling light.
I do? Okay, I guess I do. Let's see if this is any good before I believe in traveling light. A lot of accuracy, a lot of cold resistance, but not for me. I'd rather take that. Alrighty, so did a couple of maps and I finished up the epilogue. I'm gonna go ahead and be done with Path of Exile today, guys. So I have completely finished all of Oriath and feels good. Feel a little sad that the story has come to an end, but I'm of course very eager to do the whole mapping thing. And I don't really know how I'm going to structure my videos going forward with the maps. I might kind of do what I did with my witch, where I just, talk about some stuff and, see, while I'm doing the maps, see what happens while I'm doing them, or, I don't know, I haven't figured it out. I'll figure it out next time, I guess. I'll sleep on it. So yeah, thank you guys for taking this journey through Oriath, or through Rayclast, and back through, and then through Oriath, and then back through Rayclast again, and into the epilogue, and now into maps with me, guys. Everyone's been so helpful, helping me figure out a build. I know some of you were still telling me I should grab the Crimson Dance and stuff, so I know I've still got some work to do as far as my build goes, and I do appreciate you guys and all of the help that you guys have been giving me. I think you guys are awesome. I wouldn't have been able to get this far without you guys, that's for sure. So thank you all for your helpful advice. I do appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching. Bye for now. I'll see you next time in another video. Bye for now.